Hey, what is up, you guys? Alchemist Ganjier here. Welcome to another episode of the Cannacult. I hope you guys are having an amazing Monday, and if you're not having an awesome Monday, hope you're about to, because we're getting ready to sesh. Yo, guys, I am so glad to be back and to also be in a return to health. And I gotta say, like that illness last week, it was really transformative. Me and my bae, we got sick, pretty much just like the same time, like one day after the other. Pretty much like, I mean, we barely had a day back from being out of town, and then just, so sick, like wasn't even in a position to like leave the house. It was like right at that point of like, go see somebody, but without quite going over that threshold. But I mean, it had us down and out for like 5 days. And then of course, like a day of just kind of like groggy, like I feel semi better. But yeah, you know how it is. Like I saw all sorts of folks all over Facebook that were like posting about feeling like unwell. So I definitely know I'm not the only one out there. So I hope that everyone out there that has been experiencing illness, like you made a speedy recovery and that you are back in the land of the living. Yeah, because I honestly had like weirdly, I feel a little better than like I did before I was sick. Like, I mean, I had like some inflammation in my body, like some joint stuff going on that like is already feeling, a lot better. So, I guess I needed to like molt or something. Yo, what up, Aaron? Yo. Yes, tonight we are going to be reviewing a couple of cultivars, checking a couple. The first one we're going to be taking a look at will be this strawberry cheesecake that I got from Scott Gibson. Yeah, whoop whoop. What up, Scott? And an interesting one. It was a cut that he actually like made off of his plant while it was still like finishing up, and he literally just took it and like I think he put it into like a little like little baggie or whatever to let it like try to like gas off a bit, and he was so impressed by just this like larvae stuff that he had cut off just to get a bit of an idea that he decided to share some with me while I was a guest at the at a Rob Cooley's cannabis competition. Wait a minute, I feel like I'm wrong about something in that. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Yes, that's what it is. Like my my brain's a little like razzle frazzle. It's Rob Dooley's a cannabis competition that he held a couple of weeks back. I was very honored, and also apologize for my brain lapse. I knew it didn't sound right. As soon as I said it, I was like, that's not right, because I was thinking of like Rob, like um, Rob Coakley earlier. But yes, so I mean, it's had a little bit of time to do its thing. Although with everything going on, I just never quite got around to it. But I cracked it open not long ago, and the oh, there. I mean, it like for the fact that he said that it went like that it had virtually no dry time, very little cure time, and this like there's some like elements of like tropic in there, strawberry for sure. There's cream, a little yeasty. It is really lovely. And so yeah, we're gonna break into this in like a actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll as we break down to this, we'll talk into like our first little thing. So, as some of you guys know, maybe many of you guys do not. This upcoming weekend, we are celebrating the winner of the Name a Strain Grow Off, hosted by Luscious Bloom's own Logan House and Blue Ridge Hydroponic. And for this competition, right? Multiple growers like came together to all grow different seeds of the same cultivar that has yet to be named, and these folks were first like judged based on like how the plant itself grew during its vegetation and into its flower, and then it went through it, and then there is a second judging process where the actual flower is being assessed. So this is like the same cultivar over and over, competing with itself, like a grower's styles and everything that they worked on, like kind of is really what's being looked at here. And it was quite the amazing competition. I do not know what the results are currently, although I have already submitted my results, and from what I hear, they're still waiting on one more judge to wrap things up, and then this weekend we'll get the celebration, and also to really like congratulate the winners. Now, yeah, you know what? Here before I get too much into talking about like the judging process, because I can feel my mind kind of like jumping back and forth between a couple of things. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at this strawberry cheesecake here? Okay, bow. Yeah. All right. Now, like I said, this is some of his like larvae stuff that he cut off. This is not fully representative of the actual like ultimate structure for the bud, but I think it's still really worth looking at, considering. I mean, look at the squish on that. It does have a very nice like form on it, all things considered, and the aroma. Oh my gosh, there is like this really nice like yeasty, like a funk coming off of it. Definitely getting some cheese notes on there, with that fruit, that strawberry, lovely. And then there's a little bit of acrid, like funk going on there as well. Let's see what in the world's going on here. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and get this a little more broken down. Okay. Yeah. And the funk is just really rolling off of it. Oh my gosh, I did not need to bring it up to my nose. As soon as I opened up the grinder, it was very, very apparent, like the funk that's coming off of this, and like a scent of like rind, citrus rind. There's definitely some citrus rind going on there. Oh my gosh, yes. This is nice. This is going to be a nice little treat for us. So we'll go ahead and get our first bowl packed up here. All right, nice and clean looking. And you know how we roll this. Go ahead and make a sprinkle like in. And then give it a nice little pack. I am not a fan of screens of any kind. I would prefer just control like the way I hit it. For those of you who are the screen fans. Okay, so we feel like that's a good little size for this rip. Now, yeah. What is up, guys? What up, John? And what up, John? Yeah. Yeah. So let's go ahead and rip this. Now, what you are viewing here, is there we go. Boom. This is the method that was used for running the first round that I did for all the entries. With how close in quality so many of these were, and also considering the fact that this is the same cultivar that I'm like, you know, judging like again and again, I felt it was incumbent upon me to run a couple of rounds using multiple mediums in order to really get as full of an understanding as I could. So this was the first one that we're looking at here. Where I went ahead and like packed up the bowls like evenly. I did do a slight bit less than what we have here at the moment, because we're really just trying to get an idea of like the flavor, of the smoothness, and like how they compare on those notes. And also knowing that like I'm going to be like consuming a good amount. I didn't want to go too far with any one entry like on the first round. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit this strawberry cheesecake, you guys. And cheers. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, it changed a lot on that second hit. Wow. Started off pretty gassy. Whew. and had this really nice funk that was on it that was very like clear. Had a bit of an ambiguous fruit back on it. That like wasn't as clearly like red berry strawberry. As when I was like smelling the grind here, although definitely golden in this jar, that is nice. For what I was like expecting from what he was telling me about the cuts. The second hit, however, was much fruitier, and honestly, like rather than being more of a red fruit, was more of a like a tropical like orange like fruit, like more in the mango papaya like type of range. And then the third hit went much earthier, much more like a smoky kind of like diesel aftertone, without it being just like outright like that smoky, like what I was talking about when you smoke some weed and that first hit's just like that's smoke. But yeah, and now of course, as you can see, let's hear a switch back real quick. You can notice that like we got some like dirtiness going on here. After every one that I do for competition, of course, after doing this, we go over to the sink and clean it out with alcohol, completely reset it, so that it's ready to go once we move on to the next one. And it's really like wind judging. It's good to have like a nice like ritual, you know, like the stuff that can help keep that stuff like really consistent. That's like how I like to roll with that. Yo, what up, bless up, Kev. Yeah, how is Detroit living? Yeah. But yes, this strawberry cheesecake, it is hitting nicely. It is the way that it's coming in. Like I can feel this nice, subtle but persistent elevation that's coming like with the high. Let's see. It's like, considering that Scott told me that this was just like larfy stuff that he had cut off of his yeah, is that better? My bad. Oh yeah, I appreciate you, bless up, Kev. Yeah, I do this every time. I think I start to get slick, and I'm like, we're gonna hit some weed, and I'm going to turn the music up so we can jam out while we're hitting the bowl. Dude, like 6 out of 10 times I'll forget to put it back. Yo, that is strawberry cheesecake that we're looking at here, guys. A really, really lovely example here. Let's see, can we get a little bit more into that? I mean, heck, you know what? Like, we can pull this baby out and get in on this, because I'm definitely feeling this. Like Scott, this is some pretty decent strawberry cheesecake. Yeah, let's see. We can do better than that. There we go. Now this is just like the larfy stuff that he had pulled off. I assume now that he has done his whole like full harvest. There we go. Yeah, okay, that's a little shaky. I try my best. But really, it's the nose on this that's impressive. With that flavor, it's a very, very clear, direct translation. In its flavor, the texture on it is lovely. I gotta say, this strawberry cheesecake is impressive. I would say that if there was a cannabis competition and you were like considering running that, I would say go ahead. Like, yeah, I would definitely say go ahead. For like, I mean, and you brought like whatever, like, you know, your prize cut buds was from that to bear. Oh yeah. The inner. That's a very, very good point. Now I don't know. Alright, so this was here, yeah. Very nice, like a now. That's what we'd say is a healthy girl. That's a healthy girl. Yeah. Um. But yeah. So. This. Yeah. Wow. This strawberry cheesecake is really hitting proper. Um. Now the high is still escalating on it. And but not in a like uncontrolled like whoa kind of way, like like not leading into the uncomfortable zone. But I can still feel that it like there's an escalation on there, and it is definitely like derailed like the mental flow for like the cast. um, but yeah, so kind of let's bring it back here, kind of pull some focus. With the cannabis competitions, right? For this name a strain grow off. So I did first round running with the bubbler, cleaning after every use, and giving like a good like hour-ish, waiting basically for like the perceived effects to like subside. We're like noticing a lot of consistency like across the cultivars. There may have been one cultivar that could have represented an alt pheno for this competition, maybe, just because it was different from all the other ones, while still having some of the same core characteristics. It was a much more resinous, and its profile was like leaning more towards a relax, but neither here nor there. These like after going through like those rounds and establishing like numbers and like like seeing like like a lot of like really like close runners, then we give it a day or two, and then I run through the second phase, where I am now doing each rolled identically as a joint, and we're looking at like again fully like assessing upon like the criteria for like the judging, like the aroma, like the taste, the visual appeal, but also now like going through like this new medium of like the joint. How is it dry hitting? How is it rolling? How is it smoking? And how does it compare smoking in the joint to how it was going in the bong, or the bubbler in this case, and as like after going through that and making the different adjustments in the scores, like you start to see peaks that come out between them, like cultivars that like once seemed like very similar. I keep saying cultivars, but I mean entries. It's just the strawberry cheesecake slapped me like a St. Louis pimp. uh, um, the there were I start to see differences like in like how some cultivar is expressed, and then eventually like it becomes very very clear to me where everyone like kind of sits, and yeah, damn, this strawberry cheesecake hot dog. um, Now I am. Yes, absolutely, John. Absolutely. I we have to look deeply at these types of things, especially when you have a cultivar. Cultivar. When you have a competition, where it's all the same cultivar. I mean, when you're looking at such nuances, you've got to really like. Yeah, you gotta like look. It's like look. Try to create as much of a three-dimensional image as you can, of that, bringing in multiple data streams. Um, but yeah, I'm super excited for like the outcome of it. I can't wait to see everybody. I'm going, of course, I'm going to say some of this again, like on the actual day of like the celebration. But one thing that I noticed in this competition that everyone who participated in it should feel absolutely proud of is that in this competition I did not see one submission that had any contamination issues of like any type of significant note. And for a competition that's going on in an area like Virginia with the climate that we have going on, um, that right there is something to feel absolutely proud of, because like it is easy to get like a contamination issue with like in our environment here. It just happens, like you get like and everyone just like everyone looked so good, and it made it all the more challenging, which meant that I had to give it all the more like attention, like and focus. So, I mean, really, just congratulations to everyone first off on that. But yes, like yeah, these like subtle differences. Yeah, that really was like just like so amazing, because I knew that they would be different, but I didn't imagine the degree that they would be, and like just as like it's. But the more you think about it, it makes sense. I mean, anyway, if you ever see a family that has multiple siblings in it, like yeah, they're all gonna kind of look alike, but like granted, like there is going to be a point where with like cannabis genetics, like there's going to be um, a lot more homogeneity. Wait, is that the right word? Homogenizing? Yeah, man, I think that's it. um, but like, yeah, like, cause ultimately I still got the same general effect from all of them. It wasn't like so different, with the exception of this one like this one outlier. Um, but yeah, it was definitely such an honor to participate in the judging for this competition, and you know, it was very awesome. Um, so moving on from that, actually, I mean, I might come back to it if there's something that I forgot, because like I said, this strawberry cheesecake is doing really well. I yeah, the way that it's hitting is a nice like it's a nice like full like body like kind of hybrid that you would expect. It is both like uplifting and relaxing at the same time. I feel like a bit of like energy about me that is like allowing me to keep on like rocking with what we're doing. But like there's definitely a part of me that like if we weren't like chilling right now, I definitely would like be like kind of just like chilling back for a bit and like on the contemplative point, you know. So that's a very nice like buzz that's rolling with this strawberry cheesecake. So definitely mazel tov to that, like Scott. You know, very awesome. So we will see if like maybe in the next I don't know like 15 or so we'll take a look at this Wilson over here by Living Truth Organics, and that's this grower, he's got some pretty good stuff too. So like we're probably gonna get pretty zooted by the end of this cast. But yo. So many of you guys may have heard there is like some new ongoings in the space of like rap weed and shit. First off, frickin' Jay-Z's monogram is finally gone bust. which like is anybody surprised? Like I mean, okay. Like I like this might be a little like cast of shade because I myself have not tried monogram like weed, but I have talked to people who have tried monogram weed, and they are like they've all I've heard across the board from everybody that like yeah, like I mean yeah, it's like it's all right weed, but like it's not like all that awesome. Um, and I like honestly, I low key thought that the company had already just like disappeared already, but apparently they still have like 8 like dispensaries in like California and one in like either like Colorado or Massachusetts or something. Like like it was random. But like dude, they apparently like burned over a $500 million like trying to like make this weed brand work. Like how do you spend $500 million and fail in the weed space? Like you gotta have some bad people, like, and I don't mean like bad as in they're a bad guy or bad person, but like as in they're like they're not good at their job, who like to keep trying over and over. Like how you let someone fail that much? Like I mean, because like the number one thing that I was hearing is that like their weed just had no flavor. Like it just had no flavor whatsoever. Um, I mean, has any of you guys watching like ever like tried monogram weed? I'd be really curious. Like if anyone has like what their take is on me. I mean, Grant, I've heard plenty. I had plenty of friends, but like any of you guys, by all means, chime in. Um, yo, smoking on some red pop, yeah. Now, um, yeah, I did enjoy the. I did enjoy. Sorry, hopping back. See, we knew we were gonna come back to the competition. That outlier. I think I had like I liked it. Like I liked the outlier. It just like yeah, it just was so. um. No, okay, but like, all right, and then also shit. What was that? What was the other thing? So Jay, I don't like, I haven't seen any statements by Jay Z about it. I think he's just kind of like, I mean, he's never really been one to really like to talk much on his business. Um, but Snoop, yo, so I just saw that Snoop Dogg is launching a frickin' THCA online store, selling weed and like I guess like accessories and merchandise and shit. Um, no, you said it took you 3 years to get your cultivars right where you were comfortable sharing to the public. Yo, that is like, yeah, that's like hats off to taking the time to like work your lines. I mean, and I mean, I know it's also an ongoing process. You're not done like working your lines. Um, like I mean, well, I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Like, to be honest, like, uh. Lil White. Oh, for real. Yeah, I mean, well, there's lots. Okay, there's lots of rappers out there. There's lots of people out there doing the whole like THCA thing, and like Eric Kahn like did it and then stopped, and then like a lot of the weed tubers and whatever. But like Snoop Dogg doing a THCA thing, that's like a whole nother level of business. Like this, like that don't feel like a cash grab no more. Now, granted, he does do lots and lots of business like all over the place, but like Snoop is like weed. You know, he is the face of weed to a lot of the world and a lot of the country. And him attaching his name to any cultivar that's going to like, or not cultivar, any like just any weed at all that I mean like that is going out like to like potentially lots of people, that could potentially that could make him explode to on levels that no one has ever seen, or it could catastrophically blow up in his face. Because right now, um, weed, quality cannabis, and traveling at scale over large distances has proven to be very, very difficult because like you are already walking a very fine line when you're trying to have like quality cannabis in the first place, like a certain like, and I know that they're innovating new technologies that like are like bringing the moisture down in a like a safer manner, like to try to like preserve the aroma profile more. I, I still have yet to see an instance where the aroma profile is as good as or better though than traditional whole plant like hang drying like 2 weeks I found like a lot of stuff is good, like you know, but like as far as like really really good quality, now that is like that aside, like even with like people trying to like achieve these like Goldilocks areas of like quality and then in shipping, if you go the drier route, right, you could end up sending people like really low quality weed that like yeah they can smoke it, but it's either gonna make them uncomfortable or like it's gonna like just give them headaches because it ain't very good, or they're gonna have to smoke a whole bunch of it like because it'll be low THC, like in order to like compensate for the fact that like because I mean if you're shipping people like 30% THC weed with like less than a half percent like total like aromatic compounds, you know, like not just terps, but like total aromatic compounds, like you know, like less than a quarter% or something. Like, I mean, you're gonna have people having panic attacks and shit, like, and like or going comatose. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Yep. Um, but if you want those like higher like levels of like terps, like you know 2 3 like percent like plus um then as like you know like a standard of operating, um like the humidity levels like that like work that are most commonly done at as gross that like for growing like quality across the board, like also like you, if you're not careful, could put you into a space where like it like you either have to hold on to it longer than you want to like when you're at that level trying to like transport and creating like these supply lines or whatever, or you like you end up trying to do it like have it like happen in transit, and if it's in the like the changing air pressures and like all the things that it gets exposed to, like it increases the like chances for like mold growth and whatnot. And I mean, like, cannabis can be really fickle. Like, really, really, really fickle. There is a reason why, you know, Afghanistan and, like, all those areas, they're known for their hash and not for their flour. Like, it's just, weed can be, it's so fickle. Like, you gotta be real careful with it. Like, otherwise, like, it degrades, it goes bad. Like, and now, granted, I've seen people do it really well. Uh, but it's also it's one of those things where yeah, I'm very curious like about what Snoop's going to do with this. Like, any of you guys heard about this, like, or like I like want to try it? Like, I mean, I low-key would like I would try it like just to see what's up, but that's the thing though. And also for those of us out there that like are about like, you know, like trying to empower the local cannabis community, how do you feel about this? Because like guess what, Snoop just threw down the gauntlet and he said he is willing to be all of your competition. And honestly, I does anybody want to try to go up against Snoop, like in terms of like do you want like this like the dispo weed, or you do want Snoop's weed? uh Yep. The cannabis industry should be scared. Hell, like fuck, Burner should be scared. Everybody should be scared. As soon as Snoop said he is doing some weed, like everyone should be really nervous. Like, or is just going to implode on himself, and it's going to be like not pretty. I don't know. I'm excited to see though, and I definitely will keep like all you guys like updated on that shit, like as it moves forward. Wow, I'm not even gonna front. I low-key want to toke some more of this strawberry cheesecake because it's good. It's really good. But like I did say that that we're gonna do also Wilson. And I've been really excited for this one as well because well I did admittedly took a little bit of it like right after he gave me some. There was a lot of shit going on, and I honestly like I remember liking it, but I don't remember a ton about because I didn't smoke much of it either. It was just like a little bit. I just like but I have like smelled it a couple times since, and it's oh god, the curing on it is just like it has this really nice delicate like sweet that is like floral and kind of like candy. There's like there's like elements of like rose in here. And like yeah. Look at that. You know, let's switch this over real quick. Bam. Now this is not the larfy stuff. Obviously, he had given me some of his like larger prime cut. And there's my thumb for scale. Oh yeah, my loop. And the appearance on it, lovely. Now, and you'll notice that there's some purple in there as well. Let's see. Yeah. So here we're gonna take a little bit of this. Let's take a little bit of this one here. Okay. Oh wow! And after like with just that first piece like breaking open, just this lovely like gassy like skunk starts coming off of it. Let's see. Looks like there's a hair on that right there. That's okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's pull that off and get a look in right there. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Yeah. Oop, here, let's yeah, there we go, that's better. Here, actually, now what there are some more layers in here we can get through. There we go. Yeah. I don't mind. Yeah, that's looking lovely. Yeah, we can definitely fuck with a little bit of that. Yeah, we'll just flip that over real quick. Get a little bit of this Wilson underway. think that's all we will need for now. I'll pull that leaf off. Okay. Okay. Look at that, lovely. Oh wow, yeah. There's like this really, really, really lovely leather that's coming off of it now. And chemo. Wow. And like some rubber. Um, this is a complex. Complex indeed. This is going to be an interesting toke. Think it will be kind of on the nice balance side. I imagine this will probably hit similar to sour diesel. Um, Maybe a little more relaxing, like a slight, like maybe like a, I think like a New York like sour diesel, a little more of it like a diesely. Um, a little more of an earthy. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do. I think that'll do. Now I know, like, I'm like this is not clean, but we are not in competition right now, and I am not comparing these two. um, oh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very good point, Baxter. Very, very good point, John. He said like he ain't worried about Snoop simply because not everyone has the same taste, and exactly right. Not everyone has the same taste. It's it's one of do weed vacationing, people. Please do it. You will not regret it. I've I've traveled all over the country. Um, like for cannabis. Now, granted, I did a lot of it in like one trip. But like, I mean, it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, it's as expensive as it would be to travel to any other like area or city. But like with an emphasis on places where you can like access like legally, like hopefully like cannabis. And hell, if if you got some like Tennessee-esque areas like like Jack Daniels where maybe it's not exactly like kosher, but but the weeds yeah, worth it. You really open up your mind and your palate to all the different flavors out there because just like with the different regions of France with like the wine, like cannabis, both in terms of like the terroir that they're working with, like what grows best in their environment, the skill and the propensity of the growers that live in those areas, and also the market that consumes like that type of stuff, because you're gonna have like different desires for different people, but also like in different regions you're gonna want different like types of like weed, like just because of like what everyone is experiencing around you going on, whether it's weather wise or like culture wise. I mean, so when you have so many differences, and you are someone that like just wants to like try so many different flavors, like you'll find that like the best weed in so many different areas, the more you travel, like it will change like from flavor to flavor. And you will find that like something that might have been mediocre back in this one area, like if you go over to like Michigan or like Massachusetts, like oh snap, like this is just like, it's like they just do it so much better here because people have been running those lines for so long, like it's really just like it's an experience that you never really forget. And it really broadens appreciation for quality cannabis, because you'll see that like quality cannabis can be found anywhere, because there are passionate, skilled like people all over the place. It's just that there's also like idiots and people that don't have any talent, or whatever, people that think they're better than they are all over the place too. So like, just like, but like as you start to like get around more and you get more and more of that exposure, like, oh, it is so like plentiful. But I mean, you only know what you know, right? Only know what you know. Yeah, but yeah, let's go ahead and hit this this Wilson here. Wilson. Where? There it is. There, we'll do the full cam this time. Oh. Yeah, cheers, you guys. Wow. Wow. Wowie, wow. Very smooth. Granted, like, but very dank, very dank too. Like, very earthy. Had an opening, refreshing earth. That was wild. Like, like the smell of like ozone, almost like the smell like of like earth right after it starts raining. Wow, it's very like, or that smell of like a nice like clean warehouse that's like not dusty or anything like that. I don't know, like it's a mixture. It's like it's interesting. I like this. It's very nice. It's very nice. It's now granted, it's not terribly complex in the flavor. But like honestly, I don't like feel like in this case like it really needs to be, because like it's got a lot of flavor. And I feel like it's a type that like is kind of like it would be really good for like focus, like for getting things done. Like I feel like a lot of that cloudiness that the strawberry cheesecake had just got parted. Have you guys ever watched Avatar, the like Last Airbender, or the Adventure Korra, like, or whatever, where they had the the foggy like place in the spirit world, right? Like it's just like that, and then all of a sudden just poof, it just all just cleared. Like so very cool. Man, definitely enjoy that. It's one that I could like see myself like easily like token more of, and like just getting shit done, where the strawberry cheesecake would like stop me. Like there'd be a point where the strawberry cheesecake would be like, hey, what were we doing? It'd be like, got him. Roger say he'll go against Snoop. Yeah, he will. I mean, hey, I think we could definitely bring it. We could definitely bring it. I would love to see Snoop handle some Sparkle Face. Like, yeah, like, cause that hash is fierce. That hash is fierce. But yes, it's kind of funny because I just made that joke about the strawberry cheesecake, and I'm like, what was I saying? I go, yeah. I think that more or less, like, what was the topics for the day? It definitely got to smoke one with Saturday. Yeah, buddy. Yo, I look forward to it. I look forward to it. You have your booth set up. Nice, very nice. Yeah. See, I like Roger's mindset on that. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. He grows. Well, I mean, actually, the thing is, I would be curious. I'm very curious about Snoop Dogg's growing skills. He smokes a lot of weed. He's been around a lot of weed. But what? How much does he? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying he don't. Like, I'm just saying that maybe, like, his character in that movie with Matthew McConaughey might like you know, because like if you think about it, well, I mean, when would he have learned to grow? Well, I mean, no. I mean, he had plenty of time that he could have done, like, because I mean, but he's a busy person. Oh, geez, now I need to know. Now I need to know. Does like how good of a grower Snoop Dogg is, like, because like at the end of the day, like I know that he knows what good weed is, and that's all that really matters. Like, is how much is he vetting it, you know? Yeah, home growers I think will very much be the downfall of big corporations. Which is like why I feel like we need to have the ability to grow cannabis ingrained in the Constitution. And I am not joking. I am dead ass serious. Like the right to grow cannabis should be like an amendment added to the Constitution. I, straight up. Um, because it has so many uses. It is a survival crop. It is like banning cannabis makes about as much sense like as banning pigs. Like, granted, there might be cultures that don't like pigs, but we're sure as hell not gonna ban pigs. Like, you know, um, like without cannabis, if you took away cannabis from like all of human history, so many instances where groups relied on cannabis to deal with the harsh environments of trying to like adapt to new environments as they're going through this like inhospitable world. Like, I mean, cannabis like traveled all over the planet because like people were using it to help them like deal with all kinds of shit, like beyond the Zoroastrians like using it in like their religious practices, which also means that like, you know, like Judaism, like in its connections and like all that other stuff. Like, I mean, it's traveled all over the world, like in the hands of people, like for its like therapeutic, like and medicinal like value. And we might not even have been able to like you know, dominate the planet the way we did without cannabis. Like, it could very well have been the very tool that like allowed us to like do so much of like what we do. Not saying that like we like could not have been humans otherwise, but like just that like cannabis can help you deal with some of the like almost any type of situation. It has such like a wide degree of like application, like both in its like relaxing like drug effect and its stimulating drug effects. And oftentimes the cannabis, like as we have seen, like adapts to the environment that it's grown in. Like, which is to say that like as long as we keep and have kept cannabis alongside of us, like, and as we established ourselves in these areas, like where we also then grew cannabis, like the cannabis like continued providing like an effect that like as it was adapting to its environment for the people that were in that environment trying to adapt to that environment. We already know that there is immense value in consuming local produce. Like honey, that is local, gives immense benefits due to the pollen that from bees that it brings in, and improving our ability to cope with allergens in our environment. We know that eating local produce has a greater nutritional value, and also similarly can help us like with coping with like the natural environments like around us. And cannabis like is the most aromatically complex plant on the planet, like, and has a wide variety of medicinal properties. And I make my case for why cannabis could have been one of the greatest tools in our arsenal for ruling the planet, basically. The conquering the planet the way we did. I don't know. I am. So you say, if we look back in history, we would actually see that when we first colonized here in Virginia, it used to be in law that you had to. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. That. Yeah, exactly. It was, yes. And it wasn't even just Virginia either. There's a bunch of places that had hemp law saying that you had to grow hemp. And if you didn't grow hemp, you were going to go to jail. How crazy is that? That at one point in time, if you did not grow hemp, like if you had land to grow hemp and you didn't grow hemp, you were going to jail, bro. You were going to jail. Like, what? Like, how crazy is that? Like, how crazy is that? Like, bro. Yes, exactly. Jack Hare. Jack Hare's book, The Emperor Wears No Clothes. Like, thank you for bringing that up. I did an interview with Mark Hare many months back. Please check it out. I'll probably repost it again soon because it was a really good interview. But yes, absolutely 100%. It's just that I'm now realizing that the fog that was parted by the Wilson, it only lasted for so long. It is back. Yeah, well, no, that's the thing. Roger, with the cannabis books, is some of these books, it's not just about how to grow cannabis, by any means. It's more about learning more about our lost history, and culture in cannabis that the government has worked their ass off to keep us from learning, and it is our duty as protectors and of the green goddess to learn what they have tried to keep us from knowing. The Emperor Wears No Clothes is a great book for learning about our history in cannabis. It has nothing to do with growing. It is all about that. I mean, it's something that I can appreciate because I have dealt in other ways with history being taken away. But I'm telling you, learning cannabis history can be so empowering, especially once you realize that that there are ways that we can have a better society that is much more accepting of cannabis. And it all comes down to education. The more that we know, the more that we can tell people. Yes, yeah, Mark is awesome. He is very, very cool. He is a very cool person. Yes, Roger. Okay, Roger said he knows 2 to 3 people. They can grow the same clone. Wait. I thought he was saying that he knows 2 to 3 people. They're growing the same clone, but no, you're right though. You're absolutely right. Actually, my brain just farted. But they're talking about fiber hemp, not hemp for flower. Yeah. No, absolutely, yeah. The government's lied about pretty much everything. It's they have created an alternate reality. Oh yeah, absolutely, a delusional alternate reality driven by television. I'm telling you guys, fiction. Okay, novelized fiction is cool. Novelized fiction, where you're reading about it, the mind needs that type of escape, but the mind needs that like a dog needs a bone to chew on. You don't just give the bone a giant soft treat. If you give the dog a giant soft treat, it'll eat itself sick and then throw up and shit all over the place. You give it a giant bone so that it can chew on it and gnaw on it, and if it's fiction, maybe the bone is a harder material, that isn't full of bone marrow, but maybe there might be some peanut butter in it or something like that. They're going to get some benefit out of it. But television, when it's fiction, is a part of this diluted reality, I think, because like it has been proven that humans cannot tell the difference between fiction and reality when it is in visual like media. And what I'm saying is that not that like when you watch the Avengers that you don't know that that's fake, like, and that they don't really have powers. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that there is a part of your brain, and this has been proven in science. This isn't me talking out of my neck. That there's a part of your brain that is remembering that as if it really did happen. And that is because like our brain, like, and it's because of dreams. Okay. Like when we dream, our brains tag a very specific like chemical marker to that, so that when we wake up, our brain processes that didn't really happen, and that it was a dream. And so our brain like is able to classify that like in a certain context, and like, and the benefit with that like that is so that like if you have a dream that like, you know, that like someone that you know or whatever like assaulted you or something like that, you're not gonna wake up thinking like, oh my gosh, that person assaulted me. Like, no, like it was a dream. But let's say you watched a video, like, and that's why kind of what people are scared a little bit with AI right now. What if you watch a video like of like someone assaulting you even though it didn't happen, like, but let's say you also like bumped your head, like, or like on something that day, and then someone like made a fake video like that depicts like someone that you know having assaulted you in the same exact spot that you bumped your head. You watch that video enough, there's a part of your brain that like is gonna have a really hard time discerning whether and like not you bumped your head or if you got hit. I know it sounds crazy and unrealistic. Like the human brain is really good at some things and really bad at other things. It's one of our faults, like as like a processing like entity, and it's one of those things that we have to be much more deliberate about in our frontal lobe. We have to think about it more, and that's the way that like we kind of can overcome these things. Is we have to engage in more willful thought about what is and what is not, like, which of course is more difficult in a world that like is constantly trying to overwhelm us and like overload us with like all of this other crap going on constantly to like keep you stressed out and like in an elevated state of like, oh, that's to fuck with your hippocampus and to make you not remember stuff as well, so that when they show you like fake stuff and tell you that this is why it's happening, you're not gonna be able to remember it as well, and you're just gonna be like, all right, it's whatever like propaganda tells me the most. That's why we do all this stuff to try and take care of ourselves, take care of our brains, like whatever, and then like, you know, think critically, like, and do what we can, because like we are the last like defense of our minds, like. But you know, shit's crazy. I am a strong believer of lion's mane and all of the research behind of lion's mane. You know, look into it. Paul Stamets, see, like, and he might be a douche or whatever people talk trash about him, but like his research into lion's mane, like, and things associated with it are like they're very worth looking into. And also cannabis like is a powerful neuroprotective when it's used properly, and when the right cultivars are used. This cultivar, currently known as JPC, soon to have a new name as determined by one of the brave competitors for the name of strain grow off. This cultivar is one that like could help stimulate the mind. Is one that could help like, you know, people like get into like a state where they can like, you know, think about things, and that's something I appreciate about it. Relaxing cultivars have a time and place. If you're constantly stressed out all the time by stuff, like, yeah. But you know, cannabis, like, it evolves alongside us for a reason. And I believe that like part of that is to like, you know, help us in whatever way like we can. Like, you know, it's like just like weed out there. Like, I'm gonna say some crazy shit and then we're gonna end the podcast like for the day. All right, like And that is like, Cannabis is like that show, like Bleach, whatever, where like everyone has like this secret like power or whatever, except like really it's like everyone has like a cultivar like out there, not just one, but there's a cultivar that like really just like jives with like their whole being, like on like a total sense, where they're just like they consume it, and then just like their body is just like has this perfect sense of wellness. Like, and it may be a long time before we've like come across these. Um, like we may already have them among us, but like I mean, cannabis evolved like 20 million years ago, and like we have tracked it across so many archaeological sites. Like Homo sapiens used it, like Neanderthals, Denisovans, like all sorts of ancient humans. Like it has been around, and we have been like using cannabis in one way or the other, like consumption, in terms of consumption. And it's yeah. So like it's got more to show us. Just like we're gonna learn this new name this coming up Saturday. But yes, so shout out again to Lustrous Bloom and Blue Ridge Hydroponic. I look forward to seeing everyone who is going to be at the celebration this Saturday at Blue Ridge Hydroponic. And yeah, much love, you guys. Good to be back. Oh shit, I meant to talk about the oh yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Oh wait, yeah, Fire on the Mountain. Like I mean, well, all right. Maybe I'll talk about that later. Oh, I mean, it was really fun. It was like really awesome. Like Deirdre's awesome. And the event was an absolute blast. Like saw lots of fun people. Got to see lots of old faces. Got to see some new faces. Shout out to Scattered Nuts. I got this really cool ass multi-joint like dugout. Which I have been looking for, like something exactly like this for a long time. So like that's just dope, because like it seals and everything, holds like 5 joints and like a lighter, or like like whatever. Like I think I could probably put my Strike Anywhere matches like in there, and I could like, this feels like something I could strike. Actually, hold on, let me find out right now. Let me find out right now. All right. Ha 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 ha! This is awesome! Yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So yeah, so I've got and it's I have yet to water test it, but it's 3D printed, and 3D printed stuff is usually like really dang good. Like so, but I am gonna test it though. I'm gonna test it before because you never know. I mean, I've got a case that I use for like water stuff, but yeah. So very cool, very cool. But it's like I got some really awesome like fruit snacks from Crunch Time. Absolutely delicious. Like y'all know Crunch Time. Y'all know Monique. She like her food. Oh gosh, like all of her treats. So delicious. Yo, like man, God, there's so many people I'm like just coming to mind that like I'm trying to like order them, and it's just like, yeah, it was a huge blast. A really great opportunity to really like meet the community. It's like I think I saw like just so many people like all under one roof that like I hadn't seen in a while, that really just like showing like just like the like just the beauty of the cannabis community. Like yeah, it's very awesome, very awesome. But yes, so I think that'll do it for this evening. Yeah, I appreciate you guys like chilling with me. I have got. I think we're gonna do one. We'll do one bowl to close out the thing completely. Because I got this Wilson here, and I've got the strawberry cheesecake. And I'm thinking, why not we just mix them together? I think this will be fun. All right. Let's see. Where? Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, yo. I got this strawberry cheesecake Wilson mix. It's looking pretty good. No. Peace, you guys. Love y'all. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Now we turn the music up.